11 p.m. These are the headlines. The process of the withdrawal of signature subscription forms continues, and the national community established abroad is showcasing its full awareness of the importance of participating in this upcoming major event. Case in point, Frankfurt. The Trustworthies is the title of the latest issue of Al-Jaish magazine, issued this month of celebrating the 62nd anniversary of independence, and the importance of preserving the precious legacy of Shuhada and safeguarding the priceless trust is highlighted. Production diversification and the policy adopted by the government resulted in the rise of non-hydrocarbon exports, and experts forecast an amount of $29 billion by 2030. Welcome back, everyone. Ahead of the presidential election of the 7th of September, and which will take place within no less than 2 months from now, the process of the withdrawal of signature subscription forms continues until midnight on the 18th of July. So far, 34 individuals willing to stand as candidates put in the files, and the National Independent Authority of Elections reaffirms that the validation points are open all along the week, including Fridays and holidays from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. And the members of our community living in Frankfurt celebrated the 62nd anniversary of independence and reiterated their readiness for the presidential elections, calling all the Algerians to take part in this electoral event. Yassir Hamdi.
The celebrations of the 62nd anniversary of independence are still ongoing. The Algerian community in Frankfurt gathered to celebrate this glorious day and pay tribute to the souls of our brave martyrs. Deeply attached to their motherland, these Algerians are ready for the upcoming presidential elections.
My children and I are ready for the 7th of September elections. I hope that all the Algerians living abroad will vote.
أدعو جاليتنا إلى المشاركة بقوة.
I call our community to vote in order to take part to the development of Algeria.
It was also the opportunity for an exhibition of our traditional outfits that reflect our identity.
All the Algerians living in Germany are united, and I'm glad to hear that they will vote.
Full of hope for a brighter future, the Algerians living in Frankfurt used this occasion to reinforce their bonds with their motherland.
The Jaish magazine, in its latest issue entitled The Trustworthies, stresses that our country has regained a full and complete sovereignty over its territories after a great liberation revolution. In proportion to the enormous sacrifices made by our people to snatch independence, which we are celebrating this month for the 62nd anniversary, the sons of Algeria are keen to preserve the precious legacy of Shuhada and safeguard the priceless trust as confirmed by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune. Rania Al-Bahri.
Al-Jaish magazine affirmed in its latest editorial entitled The Trustworthies that our country has reigned complete and undiminished sovereignty over its lands after a great liberation revolution, and as much as the great sacrifices made by our people to seize independence, the anniversary of which we celebrate for the 62nd year, the people of Algeria are very keen to preserve the precious trust of the martyrs. And the preservation of the priceless deposit as confirmed by the President of the Republic, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, the Minister of National Defense, Abdelmajid Tebboune, saying that the anniversary of our national independence inspires in us the realization that we have a homeland of the size and strength of Algeria. This great homeland whose people did not let it down in its darkest circumstances, and whenever the mission called upon them, they responded to its call. The anniversary added Al Jaish magazine, an occasion during which we must always and forever, as the General of the Army Said Shangriha, Chief of Staff of the National People's Army, emphasized to not forget the magnitude of the sacrifices made by those brave men who won with the little means but with a lot of will and determination against one of the most powerful and hideous colonial forces in the world and in modern history. Al Jaish magazine stressed that the great interest that the Supreme Command of the National People's Army attaches to upgrading training and bringing it up to the level of modern challenges and the fast development experienced by technologies. This is what explains the high and sophisticated level that our armed forces have achieved on the path of modernity, development, professionalism and control in weapon systems, wishing that the martyrs would see the great development achieved by the National People's Army, the descendant of the National Liberation Army, as expressed by the President of the Republic, and he wished they would return to witness the development that Algeria has achieved in few years, to discover that the signs of the new era have become clearly visible for various countries in all fields and levels, driven by young people who opened wide doors for them to contribute to the desired national renaissance.
We move on to the economy file now. Algeria seems to reap the rewards of its new economic policy. Indeed, a significant raise of the non-hydrocarbon exports has been reported lately, reaching no less than $7 billion, while experts predict that it would reach $29 billion by 2030. Najah Tayyar.
Besides the various objectives that Algeria has set to achieve, overcoming its economic dependence on hydrocarbons has been successfully accomplished thanks to an ambitious exports promotion policy which increased the revenue of non-hydrocarbon exports from $3.8 billion before 2022 to $7 billion in 2024, enabling the revenue to reach $29 billion by the start of 2030.
We have been on a really positive track since the country's independence. Though we haven't reached the figures we have now, $7 billion of exports for the year 2023 is an extraordinary figure, which is much higher than our imports figures, and we'll cover them. These good figures reflect the extraordinary efforts of the Ministry of Commerce.
The goals underlined are aimed to balance the trade by increasing exports and decreasing imports. So the government made sure to facilitate and support project owners, also importers, to become producers and exporters, which boosted the exports.
Our current exports are mainly industrial products, which reached around $6.2 million this year. In fish production, we made over $34 million. Not long ago, we used to import agri-food with $700 million. Today, we are self-sufficient and export the equivalent of $49 million.
The emergence of new industries enhanced by the diversification strategy has yielded notable growth in manufacturing, construction, agri-food and many other sectors, positioning Algeria on a very promising and a sustainable growth trajectory.
And the pharmaceutical industry is one of the concerned sectors benefiting from a leap in production and exports. The example tonight is the pharmaceutical group located here in Algiers, which produces over 180 million of medical supplies. The group occupies an important position on the African continent, where it mainly exports its products. Reported by Saida Mayouf, taken up by Rania Al-Bahri.
Specialized in the manufacture of pharmaceutical products in different forms, the pharmaceutical complex located here in Algiers produces an average of 180 million units of ampoules and prefilled syringes per year.
Pour les flacons, nous disposons de 2 lignes de production.
We have 2 production lines, so we have a capacity of 20 and 25 million units per year for ampoules production. We have an average capacity of 180 million units per year. We have 3 production units, and for the case of Veranox prefilled syringes, we produce around 1 million syringes per week. For the injectable medication, we need to be very rigorous, as we don't have the right to make mistakes when making the product, unlike the dry form. This will be directly injected into the bloodstream, whether intravenously or intramuscularly.
In just few decades, Algeria is among the main pharmaceutical producers in Africa, and this factory meets international standards with 1,752 employees.
Nos laboratoires ont joué un rôle majeur dans la lutte contre la COVID-19.
Our laboratories have played a major role in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic, particularly by the manufacturing of anticoagulant Verinox. Today we have 141 products on the market, 209 products being developed, and we cover 14 therapeutic areas.
14 aires thérapeutiques.
This pharmaceutical production unit with proven know-how using state-of-art equipment has launched export operations since 2019, targeting the African continent, but not only.
Nous avons entamé les exportations vers des pays comme la Mauritanie.
We have started the export to countries like Mauritania, Côte d'Ivoire, Madagascar, Libya and Togo. We also present in Asian markets like Yemen, Kuwait and Cambodia.
Moyen-Orient bien sûr, et le Koweït, le Cambodge.
These exports cover a fairly wide and varied therapeutic range, and the prospects remain even more ambitious.
Plaçons dans les marchés africains dans tout ce qui est antibiotiques, anti-inflammatoires.
We export in the African market antibiotics, anti-inflammatory and anticoagulants. We exported more than 2 million units of injectable ampoules in 2023 and more than 100,000 tablets. We plan to increase our exports to 300%.
Nous envisageons donc pour cette année 2024 à passer à plus de 300%.
A challenge taken up by this medical group containing the technological and pharmaceutical skills of this form of production and added value for the Algerian economy, thus boosting non-hydrocarbon exports and reducing import bills.
And the Minister of Industry, Ali Aoun, supervised the signature of 10 partnership agreements between the Madar Group and other economic operators. Then, inaugurated several projects in the province of Blida, including a packaging material production company. Yamina Sejin, Yasin Hamdi.
Sinatec, a subsidiary of the Madar Group specialized in the production of non-woven textile and founded in 2019, is a leader on the Algerian market in the sector with a 16,000 estimated production capacity, thanks to the most performant machinery as well as Algerian skills working on the optimization of the production process. As part of the development process, the Minister of Industry and Pharmaceutical Production, Ali Aoun, visited the installations of the company and watched a detailed presentation of the company's activities, then supervised the signature of 10 partnership agreements between Sinatec and several companies in the sectors of health, agriculture and packaging. After that, the minister inaugurated Advanced Pro Pack Print, a company specialized in the production and marketing of agro-industrial printing and packaging material. Thanks to its innovative solutions, the company offers a wide range of cardboard and plastic products with an excellent value for money.
Nous sommes fiers aujourd'hui de considérer que nous avons les meilleurs équipements industriels.
We're very proud to have the best packaging industrial equipment that allows us to manufacture high-quality products that meet the needs of the clients.
Les deux inaugurations qu'on a procédé aujourd'hui, à savoir l'usine du non-tissé,
the factory in charge of producing non-woven textile that we inaugurated today will reduce the import bill by 100 million euros yearly. This material is used in the medical sector and hospitals, and the packaging unit that we also inaugurated today will facilitate everything for the clients. This will help the economy and create jobs.
Création d'emplois dans les régions que nous avons.
These companies play a key role in the development of the Algerian economy by reducing the import bill, creating jobs and stimulate the local production.
And today, Civital, more precisely the branch of Samha Home, has made an agreement with the world leader in household appliance hire. This outstanding industrial collaboration between Algeria and China will allow the production of high standard and large quantity of various home appliances locally and their export to international markets. Najah Tayyar.
The Samha Home Appliance Company has formed a major strategic partnership. From now on, it will officially represent Hire brand in Algeria and produce a wide range of this brand's household appliances in its industrial complex in Gejel in State Province.
Our partner Hire company has accompanied us in production. Now we have projects for the development of new products for both the local market and the international regional markets. Also, to increase the production capacity and to train our youth graduating from the Algerian University on the latest technologies, in addition to creating job opportunities.
So globally, we have lots of experience to development of the product, which is suitable for the local customer demand. So this kind of cooperation will allow simply that we can make full use of this kind of experience together with Samha to provide the best experience for the consumers.
Contributing to the national economy and in line with Algeria's economic vision of developing industries and creating wealth and job opportunities, the hire company, with its high technological expertise and Samha's good quality production capacities, will work jointly on the production of innovative, high-performance household appliances locally.
This complex is on an area of 110 hectares. We produce different household appliances. It's a factory with a capacity of 5 million units a year, and we've achieved an integration rate of 80%. Our industrial complex employs over 4,000 people to date.
For the Algerian industry, the strategic partnership is a quite significant step, strengthening the company's position on the African and international markets and offering consumers high-quality products.
Still with cooperation and within the framework of periodic consultations conducted by the labour sector with regional and international trade bodies, the Minister of Labour, Employment and Social Security, Faisal bin Talib, received at the headquarters of the ministry the President of the Organization of African Trade Union Unity, Francis Atwali. The meeting constitutes an opportunity to discuss various issues related to the union in the presence of the Secretary General of the General Union of Algerian Workers. And this communique of the Ministry of National Defense, and as part of the fight against terrorism and during a search and combat operation in the Khanshla military sector in the 5th Military Region, a PNA detachment shot dead 2 terrorists yesterday, the 7th of July. The identity of one of the 2 terrorists was determined, the terrorist Baghrara Murad, who had joined the terrorist groups in 2010, while the identification of the second terrorist is still in progress. This operation, which also led to the recovery of 2 Kalashnikov machine guns and a quantity of ammunition and various objects, confirms once again the vigilance and determination of PNA units to hunt down these criminals throughout the national territory until they are completely eradicated. And another school sheltering families in the southern Gaza city of Khan Yunis was attacked earlier today by the Zionist occupation forces. And according to Gaza's government media office, at least 29 Palestinians were killed in this attack. This massacre comes after the occupation's army attacked 6 other displacement camps in the central areas, raising the death toll to at least 60 in the past few hours. While the talks to secure ceasefire in Gaza will resume on Wednesday, hospitals are collapsing and most of the medical facilities are either closed or destroyed following the constant attacks. And UN experts have sounded the alarm on the Zionist international and intentional and targeted starvation campaign resulting in the killing of children in Gaza. And that was it for today's news. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.